Welcome to the Telepractice Community March 2018 video interview. Today we're talking with Eric DeGrove, who's developed BlinkSession.com, a video platform specifically designed for professionals, including rehab and counselors and so on. Welcome, Eric. How are you doing?
Yeah, I just want to give a quick overview. My wife and I own a speech therapy clinic here in Colorado Springs, and we were looking into doing teletherapy a few years ago now. And when we looked at possible software to use, we noticed that there wasn't much available. And when we considered speech therapy and all the things you have to do in a speech therapy session, besides just talk to somebody, we noticed all the challenges that there would be translating what you would do in person to doing it online. And so as we investigated that, we really noticed an opportunity to serve the teletherapy, telepractice community by developing a software package that would solve some of these issues. And so that's why we got into Blink Session.
Well, show us some of the features that you've developed, because they certainly do look that way.
If you notice here, we're in a web browser. Everything you do in Blink Session, you do in a web browser. You don't have to download any software. You don't have to worry about your clients having to download something. And it's all compatible on any device that has Chrome, Firefox, or Safari. So when you log in, you see your calendar, clients, and the history of all your sessions. You don't even have to check in. It gives you a history of all the sessions you've done. And then we have here our teachers and therapists, client logins, reports, resources. Now,
so this can be used by a company, an organization, as well as
exactly. So if I go to therapists and teachers here, I see all the therapists or teachers in my organization, and then I can see all the clients or students that they're currently seeing. I can set their permissions. That's one thing that we're really concerned about with Blink Session is privacy and security. Everything here is HIPAA compliant. All the data is encrypted, but you can also control which therapists have which access to which students or which clients, and who can see what. One thing that we really wanted to focus on when we started Blink Session was resources, because in a therapy session or even a tutoring session, you're going to use some kind of resources. Let me go back here. You're going to use some kind of resources, whether it's flashcards or documents or games, to help teach what you're teaching. Here, let's go to our dashboard. We see this resource button. These resources are all the resources I can use in a session. And I can add them by going to our built-in resource catalog, or I can create my own by uploading different documents. And so the idea here, Bill, was that I don't have to keep a bunch of documents on my computer like you would with other software packages.
Absolutely. Could you show us what that looks like quickly?
Yeah, so in a session here, you can see I'm still on my web browser, and I have my video of Bill over here. Up here, I can do my document camera. I can screen share. And then over here on the left, I have my resource button, and then underneath that, all my tools for annotating. So I can draw, I can type, turn the typing off. I can change the board size. So maybe if I want to have a bigger whiteboard, I can clear everything. If I bring a resource in, I just click that button and click the resource I want to bring in, and I see my cards.
Nice.
Now,
looks like good quality. Can you have control over the client annotating on it?
Right. So one thing we wanted to do was give the teacher or give the therapist control over whether or not their client can do anything. Not anything, but almost anything. And one of those things was annotate. So they can't annotate, they can't draw on here or click until you click this button. And then now Bill can start annotating and then draw on top of it. And then I can even change the tool he's using, and then I can just clear everything if I want to. But up here, you notice this scoring module. Anytime I bring in a resource to Blink Session, I can score it, and then I can save that score. So if I click here, I can start scoring it, and then I can save the score. So when I go into a session next time with the student, I have a record of that save scores. So the idea here was, you as speech therapists or counselors or whoever is using Blink Session, you're busy people, and we wanted to make all the client data easily available and accessible.
One of the issues about burnout and is paperwork, is saving notes, recording notes.
Right.
What is your note recording process?
Right. So you guys know, as speech therapists, as counselors, notes are very important. So we didn't want you to have to, keep a piece of paper or log into another system to keep your notes. So we created this button here, Daily Notes, and I can simply start typing my notes, maybe use the SOAP system. You can type whatever you want and save it, and it automatically saves to our server. I can also make the note visible to my client, which is great if you want to share some information, maybe homework or something you want them to catch up on.
They log in and they can read their note anytime.
Exactly, and you have control. You can go back to the dashboard, you can take off their visibility, you can put it back on. And then, Bill, you can also look at all the previous notes for this client.
What about if we were sharing a client, two therapists or the manager? Are they able to have access to the notes?
Yeah, that's a great point. One thing we wanted to really solve, a problem we wanted to solve, was when you have a therapist join your company or school, they need to have access to all the history of that client. So you might have an EMR system or whatever. Well, any therapist that has access to a client in Blink Session, if they log in and do a session with them, they're going to see the history of that student, that client, no matter, they're going to see all the notes, no matter if they wrote that note or not. So our philosophy is to make things easy, make things simple.
What about some of the other technology, like I know a lot of therapists will use YouTube videos and different document cameras, those sorts of things. Where are you with that stuff?
Right. So I showed you the document camera button. If I click that, I'll see a list of all the cameras attached to my computer. And what's cool about this is that if I have a document camera attached, it will put the document camera underneath my whiteboard right here. And then I can, maybe it's a book or whatever it is, it's right there, but you can still see the video of the therapist. With YouTube videos, a lot of people will use YouTube videos. I can click here to add a YouTube video and see if I have any in my store, or I can filter up here. Let's do that. Okay, I have some saved. I'll click here, load my video, and then I can just start.
That was quick.
What's cool about this is that it doesn't use screen sharing to show the YouTube video. It actually simultaneously plays it on both sides. So one thing about this technology too, Bill, is that we're not using any flash animation. Everything here works on your iPad, Android device, whatever it is. It's all compatible, and that was one of the problems we wanted to solve. Was if your client is on an iPad, another type of tablet, can they do everything that they would do on a computer?
So, Eric, on the business end of things, there are CRMs and ERMs, and what are you looking at in the business end of things, so you're being able to bill, invoice? What other features are headed our way with Blink?
Yeah, we just released the invoicing and billing feature, so you can add an invoice and it automatically sends it to your client. You can add what it's for, and you can connect Blink Session to your Stripe account, Stripe online payments, and they can enter their credit card, and it's just a seamless experience, so that if you want to charge your customers right in Blink Session, you can get that done. We're adding the multi-user session. It should be available in a few weeks, where you'll be able to have multiple clients or students logged in at the same time in this same experience. And I think that's about it. That's what we're planning right now. We have 1,000 other ideas ready to go too. So.
Yeah, well, I know I keep throwing a few at you here and there.
Right.
And I think from the business end and the organization and having the ability to have groups helps with the other uses for telepractice beyond just treating a client in terms of marketing, promotion, supervision, and so on.
Right, and that's another thing I want to bring up. One thing I didn't show you guys is if you have multiple therapists in your organization, you can observe them privately. So if you're maybe you're the manager of your organization, you can observe another therapist and the video and everything that's going on without the client knowing. So we've built those little features in to help you in your therapy practice. Yeah, this is really designed for therapists, for teachers to teach, to treat. It's not a business product. I mean, it's not designed for business conferences. It's designed for you, and that's our goal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. My last question or comment was, I know that there's ability for others to share your resources. You have a way of selling. A therapist can sell their resources. Is that correct?
Right. So in our resource catalog, which I didn't have time to look into, but you can submit to sell a resource you've created. You get 80% of whatever it sells for, or you can share it for free among the people in your organization. So say you have multiple therapists, you want to upload a bunch of resources, and then with one click you can share them, and they can go into the catalog, add them. It just makes it faster to onboard a new therapist or a new teacher, so that when they come in and they start doing teletherapy, they have something to get started with. So.
Well, what I see there are a lot of opportunities to save time, to be more organized, to satisfy your customer. And I know there are other features, like you can make the whiteboard bigger and drag the line. We don't have time for that today, but that looks great. And we'll catch up with you in a couple months and see where everything is.
Well, thanks, Bill. Yep. If people want to know more information, they can go to blinksession.com and watch a demo or get a free trial.
Excellent. And at Telepractice Community, we offer training in products like Blink, and also business consulting to help you get your practice going. So, excellent. This is exciting. I'll see you.